Okay, this is the second part where now you are reading the graphs and creating an inequality based on what it says. So number 9, for these I'm just going to use the variable x. So I know I start with x. This is going to the left, so it's less than. And it's an open circle, so I don't need a line under it. And then it's at 14. So that's it. For number 10, start with x. It's going to the right now, so it's like that. It's filled in, so I need a line under the symbol. And it's at 10. Okay, number 11, they're going away from each other, so this is an or. So basically you're doing 2 of these and putting an or between them. So for the left one, it's x, and it's going left, so that's less than 0, or x is greater than or equal to 7. Make sure you have that line under there because the circle is filled in. Okay, let's look at number 12. This one is a little bit different. Basically, you have, and you just put the 2 numbers on either side. So in this case, this is -5. So this right here is saying x is greater than -5. So it's going up from -5. And then x is less than or equal to 2. So the solution is somewhere between -5 and 2, including 2, but not including -5. Okay, now we get to the actual equations, or inequalities, sorry. I'm used to saying equations all the time. Okay. For these, I always start with y. And then it's shaded above the line, so I know it's greater than. It's dotted, so it doesn't need a line under it. And then what I do, I leave a space for the slope, put an x, and then my y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, is 2. To figure out the slope, I start at my y-intercept and see where it crosses. Here's a nice spot where it crosses 2 numbers. So from here, it goes down 1 over 1. So there's the slope. Down 1 over 1 can just be written as a negative sign. So that's it for that. Let's look at another one. Number 14. So start with your y. And it's greater than, because it's above the line. And it's a solid line, so you need that. Leave a space for your slope, put an x, and then the y-intercept is 3. To figure out the slope, I put a dot at the y-intercept, and let's see, it's kind of shaded. It looks like it crosses right there. So I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 1/3. Okay, that's not that bad, I hope. But now you get to do 2 of them for the same problem. Okay, I will do this solid line first. So that's y, and then for the solid line, it is shaded below it. So this is less than, and it's a solid line, so it's less than or equal to. Leave a space for the slope, put the x. The y-intercept is a +2. And let's see, it looks like it goes down there. So it looks like it goes down 1 over 1. So it's a negative. -1 over 1, technically. Okay, for the other line, for this dotted line, it is also shaded below it. So this is less than. No line under it because it's not a solid line. Leave a space for the slope. Y-intercept is -3. And then if I start here, it looks like it crosses another number right up there. So to get from here to there, I go up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So my slope here is 2/3. Okay, last one I'm going to do with you. Then you're on your own. I will do the solid line first. So that's Y. And solid line, it is shaded above it. So it is greater than or equal to, because it's a solid line. I'm going to leave a space for the slope. And then X, y-intercept is a +3. And let's see, it doesn't cross up, so I'm going to have to go the opposite way. When you're finding the slope, always go left to right. So this one's on the left, so I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So my slope is 3/2. I go up 3/2. And for the last one, it's a straight line across. So this is Y. And it's shaded below it, so it's less than. And it's at -3. Okay, so that is it for the video. You just need to finish the rest of the assignment that is stapled to it.